What's up, YouTube? It's your boy B-Dub, the home cook. Today I'm going to be cleaning some bluegills here. Went out yesterday on my boat. Got me about 19 bluegills. So I'm going to fillet them up and clean them up. And I'm going to show you how to clean them and eat them. This one I'm just gonna take the scales off of it, take off the dorsal fin and all of that, and give you just a nice size bluegill to eat. Then the next one I'll show you how I fillet it. This is how I usually do it. Some people like to cook it with all that stuff on there, but I don't really want all the fins and stuff in there. This little handy yellow thing, I got this in the mail, sent me as a free gift, and I've been using it ever since. But usually when I gotta clean the fish in the house, I usually use a spoon, and I usually like to do it, put the fish in the water and scale them underwater so the scales don't flick off everywhere. But I like to make a little cut down here. This is a skinner. A friend of mine told me about this. It's good for grabbing catfish skin and ripping it all off. I was really quite impressed with it. And then I also use it to pull out this top fin, pull out, you know, the bones and the little membrane and stuff that's in there. Works really well. And it just leaves more of the meat on that fish's back that we can eat. And you see all that flesh right there. So usually when we get done, get ready to eat it, you know, you peel all that off and all you get is that little cartoon character of a bone. And then this is pretty much done. I could scrape on that tail a little more. And then this is how we just throw them in some cornmeal and throw them in some hot grease. This takes a little bit more time to do it like this, and I think that you get more meat. The fillet usually turns out like a nugget, and this is how I do one. Now for the fillet part, I still like to come in by that top fin. And I like to lay that on top of that spine. Just cut it all the way down. And I use my bigger knife that I really don't, with the doll. I mean, I don't, I go right through the bones and everything. And just take it right to his head. Cut it down just like that. And then I got all of this, and I just fillet that all off. Do the same thing on the other side. Yeah. That's all I have left for my fillet. And just go straight for the meat. And then I just fry them hard. Sometimes I can get those ribs out. Sometimes I just leave them in there and just fry them hard. But that's my fillet. And here's the other one. A nice little grip in. I was just curious. Why don't you guys leave me a message? Let me know what you guys think is the best way of doing it. Filleting it like this, or the other way that I showed you the first time. And I just got it in a bucket of water right here. So that's how I do it. I got about 19 of these ones. I got it clean and prepared. So I'll get back with you when I'm done cleaning. See you then. Well, YouTube, this is the finished results of finish up cleaning and all those bluegills. Now the next step is show you the preparation on cooking these bad boys. See you in a minute. What's up, YouTube? Just wanted to show y'all a little few things. This is the end result of my bluegills. I have them in a Ziploc bag filled up with water. Stick them in the freezer like that because I was told that you stop the freezer burn from putting them in the freezer. But this right here is my fish that I'm going to fry up. And over here is my seasonings that I'll be using for my fish. Right along with my cornmeal. So I'll contact you guys a little bit later once I get all this stuff mixed up and get it battered and start frying it and show you guys the end results. Catch you in a minute. Hey YouTube, got my cornmeal all mixed up, got my grease hot. How I test that grease to make sure it's hot to put my fish in is when I think it's hot enough, I get my hands wet, slap it in there, and if it starts popping like that, I know the grease hot enough to start putting my fish in. So here we go. I can smell those seasonings going right now. So while those are getting hot and getting up to the temperature to start cooking those bad boys, just wanted to share a few things with you. I got my fish marinating in a little secret sauce there to give it a little bit more flavor. So it's just marinating. Bluegill, this was already marinated earlier. So you ever wondered that when you're making your cornmeal and you wanted to know if it was seasoned right? Usually what I do is get my finger wet and just taste the tip of this with my tip of my tongue just to get the flavor, and that lets me know that if I have enough seasoning in the cornmeal or not when I'm making my own cornmeal or fry it. Hey YouTube, well I just got done frying up my bluegills. I got some that are filleted and I got some that were cooked whole. Just got done. Finna go do a taste test. Before I did my taste test, I'd just like to show you some of the hot sauces that this family enjoys to eat with their fresh fish hot off the grill. Alright, so let's go ahead and give this a try. This is my fillet, a bluegill fillet. It still has the rib bones in it, but this is what we call a hard fryer. You fry it hard. If those of y'all that don't know, I'm from Michigan, and I always like to eat my fish thoroughly cooked all the way through. So here we go. I'll just give it a try. You know, I always seem to amaze myself of the flavor that goes into making this. This tastes pretty good. I'm not really quite for sure if I really want to use a hot sauce. I just want to just enjoy this. Yeah, it's pretty good. So anyway, this is a fillet. And I'll take all of that. This right here is all the rib bones. Fry it really hard. and you can crunch that up if you want. So now we get into the bluegill that was scaled and gutted, like I showed you. It's I like it this way because you actually get more meat when you use your fingers and just dig into the meat and just pull all that meat right off the bone. Bad boy's hot. I like the crunchy tail, so that's why I usually leave the tail on. But I'll get in there with my fingers and clean all that meat off of there, especially on my piece of bread. Here we go. And my little hot sauce right here. For those of you who don't know, this is Frank's Red Hot. I like Frank's Red Hot. Pretty good, YouTube. Thanks for watching. I'll be sure to come back with more videos of other food that I like to cook, from deer to beef to chicken, shrimp, even alligator. So, hey, if you like the channel, push like and subscribe. All right, have a good one. Peace.